It's October 21st. It's around 5 a.m. We're going hunting. I'm excited for today. Hopefully we can find a buck. It's about an hour drive over there, and then I got a 3-mile hike in to this burn. I think today is day 10 of hunting for rifle season, and I did 27 or 28 days in archery season for these mule deer. But just keeping a good attitude, working hard, keeping at it. And hopefully one of these days it'll pay off. We'll see. But I'm gonna get the drive in here. We'll see when we get there. Alright, it's around 6 a.m. right now. Just got to the parking spot. Got a 3-mile hike in there. I believe first light is around 7:25, 7:30-ish. But we have a full moon tonight, and it's pretty bright out. There's an old burn back in there I've been hunting recently. Been seeing a lot of deer in it, and been seeing a few bucks. A few good ones, too. Hopefully I can get set up in a good glassing spot before first light. Gonna sit there, let the sun rise, enjoy the morning. Hopefully we can find a good buck today, and hopefully make it connect, because the season's winding down. Only got a few days left. Today and tomorrow are my only full days to hunt, so really hope we can make it happen. So with that, let's start the hike. No way. Oh my God. Get out of here. Get out of here. I can't see him. He freaking dropped though. Let me gather my stuff. We're gonna go get him. We did it. We did it the last week. It's the last week. I have today and I have tomorrow. I have today and tomorrow to really hunt. I'm shutting up. That's a big buck. Let's go get him. Thank you, God. I found him. Oh, just a nice chocolate rack on him. That's a beautiful deer. That's perfect. That is perfect. Get out of here, man. That thing is perfect. Oh man, here he is. My first ever mule deer. Here, 3 miles deep in the Idaho mountains. This is the biggest bodied deer I've ever seen. This thing is 300 pounds. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable morning. I thought he was a 4x4. But he doesn't have a split on this side. And I don't believe they count brow tines out west. He almost has a little split here. This is the most beautiful buck, man. I couldn't ask for anything more. I'm so happy. I've worked and worked and worked. So archery season started August 30th and it went to September 30th. I think I didn't go out like maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days of that. And then this rifle season started October 10th, and today is October 21st, and I've only missed 2 days. I took yesterday off because I have today and tomorrow off, and I just wanted to get some good rest to be able to hunt all day today and hunt all day tomorrow. And man, hunting them with the recurve was tough, very, very tough. I did pass 4 bucks up, and I blew a stock on another one I had in range. Rifle season hit, first day I hunted for that desert buck, and then I stumbled into this area I think a week ago. I put one hunt in here in archery season, I didn't see anything. And what it is this old burn, and it's one of the only burns in my zone. We got a big snow last Monday or Tuesday, and I came in here last Thursday, and there was deer everywhere, just deer everywhere. Last Thursday morning I was on a hillside farther off over there, and I glassed 2 or 3 bucks right over here. And I tried to make a move on them, and it just didn't pan out. They got into this timber back over here before I could even cut them off or anything. That was the only morning I've ever hunted here. And then I put another hunt in the evening, and I saw a really nice buck up here. It could be this one. And tried to go after him, and I set up below the hill, and he was with a smaller 2x3. I set up below him because there were so many does in between us I couldn't close the distance. And the smaller 2x3 came right down to 80 yards. I had safety off, I was on him, and I passed him up. And then I started kicking myself, like, man, I should have maybe taken that buck, but I don't know, I stuck true to it. I wanted a nicer buck, you know, I wanted a nicer buck. The goal was a split G2, that was the goal from the beginning. And I had today and tomorrow off, so I figured, hey, I'm going in there. There's a lot of does, anything could happen. I've seen bucks in there. So I wanted to get up and glass on this hillside over here. Sit over there and glass this hillside. We had a full moon, and it was kind of light early. I didn't get quite to where I wanted to go. I wanted to get up in there a little farther, but it was getting light, and I didn't want anything seeing me. So I just sat up on a few fallen logs over there. And right at the butt crack of light, I heard a rock roll right down this hill. I'm like, there's deer. There's definitely a deer on this hillside. Immediately, as soon as it got a little light out, I'm glassing with my binoculars. I'm looking, scanning. I cannot see a deer on this hillside. It got a little bit lighter, and I could use my spotting scope then. And I glassed up a doe up here, and I glassed up another doe down here. And I was like, I'm gonna go look for this deer that I heard. So I get my binoculars back out, and I'm like ready to raise my binoculars, and I see his white butt, and he was up here. And I'm like, okay, let's see if it's a buck or a doe. I pull up my binoculars, and it's just not light enough to tell if it's a buck or a doe. It's feeding away from me. I got the spotting scope, got it on it. Like, that's a good buck. I immediately got ready. I got behind the log I was sitting in front of, used it as a good rest. Man, that is such a cool buck. My first ever mule deer in Idaho. That's a lot of meat. That's a lot of meat. Good gosh. I have a lot of work ahead of me now. I'm 3 miles in. It's not a steep downhill hike. There's a hiking trail right here. Just gonna take that out. I'll get service. I'll see if anybody's around. Pretty much everybody has work today though, and I got all day to take care of this animal. So I want to say my total days of archery and rifle season added up. Oh man, I want to put it about 38 or 39 days chasing these mule deer. And so, since I'm a non-resident, I can only hunt one zone in Idaho. It's a new thing they did this year. And I talked to a biologist, and I told him about zone I'm in. He's like, your zone has the lowest deer density out of anything near here. I'm like, oh yeah, I believe that. I believe it. And there's hardly any road access at all. So it's been either a 2 to 5 mile hike in just to get to where the deer are. Today was almost 3 miles. Just a beautiful view, beautiful view up here. I'm so thankful, man. And all the ups and downs of chasing these mule deer, I never gave up. And I owe that to my mom and dad. My grandparents for teaching that to me and my brother at a young age. Just never give up, never quit, work hard. Work hard hunting and fishing, work hard in your job. And here we are, behind my first mule deer buck, and a dandy at that. I'm gonna get to work, start cutting them up, pack them out. Alright, so it's 10:30 now. I just got them all cut up. I got 2 quarters, back strap in this pack, and then identical in the other pack. Neck roast, inner loins, got it all. Only took about an hour and a half, clean it up. Now it's gonna get hot out today. It's supposed to be 65, 70. So what I'm gonna do is get out of this burn. This is way too open. Get down here in this creek bottom where there's some more trees. I'm gonna hang both these bags of meat and the head. I'm gonna take all my gear out, come back in with a pack frame. Maybe I can get it all in one trip, but if I can't, I'll do 2 trips. I'd love to rush the meat out, but I don't have ice at the car. So it's gonna be way better off sitting in these trees up at this higher elevation than at my truck at a lower elevation. So I'm gonna take all my gear down to the trees, come back up, get the meat, do a couple trips with the meat. It's just right down here, and then make the big trip. Rock and roll. Alright, the meat is hung in the shade. Quick Pop-Tart break, and then we're gonna boogie. I dropped it. I've gained such a huge respect for these mule deer. They live in the mountains, they live in this high country, they deal with such rough winters. This year we had a terrible drought, they gotta survive that. Mountain lions, wolves are after them, and then hunting pressure. It is not an easy life for these things, so I tip my cap to them, that's for sure. And hunting these for 30 some however many days I've done it has put me in the best physical shape of my life. I can run up and down these mountains miles and miles and miles, covering high, low elevations, and I'm just in such great shape right now, and it's all because of these deer. So that's a huge benefit to my health, man. They stress me out mentally, but physically they put me in shape, they whoop my butt, and I can't thank them enough for that, man. And now all this meat to chow on, get ready for elk season.